What, you thought I was going to hike all day? No, I was eating my cookies. I had to stop at this spot. Greetings from Dystopia, episode 185. Cold and wet. I was kind of surprised. I mean, I knew the weather. I checked it before I left. You know, I talked about that in the past. Always check before you go out the door. But still, I got out the door and it was like, what? It's 52 degrees. We've got about a 10 to 12 mile an hour breeze blowing. It's cool. It rained last night. It's damp. Still gonna go for a walk. Not sure yet where we're gonna go. You know, part of me was like, well, I'll take the easy way out. I'll go to the Rookery. It's close to the house. I can walk a couple miles there and be done with it. You know, another part of me is like, well, there's always the Centennial Trail over in Romeoville. I can go north on the paved part. I can go south on the limestone path heading down towards Lockport. It's still close to home. It's still playing it safe. I don't know yet. First stop, though, I forgot to bring coffee. So I gotta stop at the gas station and get some coffee. I could make coffee in the van, but it's $2 for a cup of coffee. I'll take the easy way out today. Anyway, let me get this coffee, figure out what we're gonna do. Coffee? Who needs coffee? How am I supposed to drink it? Alright, so where I chose to go today is called Heritage Quarries Recreational Area, I&M Canal Trail Loop. This is another part of the I&M that I have not walked, but part of it is closed due to construction. Alright, let me get geared up and let's head down the trail. Well, that's definitely the end of the trail. Ends right at that gate back there. So I'm going to go back down and walk around and see if I can walk that trail or if they've got it completely shut down. Alright, so here's the I&M looking eastbound from Kluge Bridge, I think this one's called. Now here we are looking westbound. So this is the historic I&M. The towpath on that side. There's a towpath on this side. And this is the forge. They have closed off a portion of the historic I&M trail to support that park. Okay, so I talked to somebody was out here working. I don't know if he's from the county, the township, or the forge itself, but he said I'm free to walk this road that they've put in here, which was part of this was actually the north towpath, so the westbound towpath for the I&M, since they've taken it out and put it in a road. I asked him why that side is blocked off, and he said basically it's the footprint of the park. It wouldn't fit however, you know. And that immediately makes me think, well then why did you build it that way? You know, he said something about they had problems acquiring land to the east. The park was initially supposed to be longer and thinner. Anyway, but those towpaths are open. The south side towpath are open when the park is open. Other than that, you have to use the northern trails in the quarry here itself. Again, this road is part of the old towpath. So this is It's not the only place this has happened along the I&M, but it just, every time I see it, it just bugs me. Because the historical value of the I&M for the Midwest is unbelievable. You know, the impact that it had on the modernization of the Midwest, probably the only thing close to it would be the railroads. You know, so it's just kind of a sad thing. Okay, so like I was talking about, if you do this northbound road on the I&M through the park, it continues here. If you want to do the south towpath, you have to come down to the Joe Forsley Bridge, which is the first, second, third, fourth pull-off that you'll pass on the way down the trail. Now we can get back over there. There's my waterfall. I was half expecting it to be a drainage pipe, but it actually is a waterfall. I wonder if I can get down there on that little beach over there and make that my lunch spot. That would be nice. So this is the creek that generates the waterfall. It does not have a name on Gaia in my phone, so I'll have to look and see if it is a named creek. Well, I looked several different places and I cannot find a route down to that little stone beach, so to speak. That would have made a great place for lunch. Just go down, pull out a sit pad, and pull out my stove, make a coffee, have my lunch. I'm already way past my goal. But this is one of the sections of the I&M I haven't finished yet. So I'm going to do an out and back here, or I'll have to look on the map. There is part of me that thinks there's a bridge up here, maybe about a mile, but I'll have to look on the map. If that's the case, then I'll do both sides of the canal on today's hike. Is it a hike or is it a walk? Well, I got a pack, so I guess that makes it a hike. That was a funny one. I don't remember who asked me that. It's the difference between a hike and a walk. I don't know. I say a hike is when I've packed stuff for the day, you know. So I'm planning on being out there for the day. And that to me makes the difference. And the other thing I noticed on that side over there that they're redoing around the quarries, there's picnic benches at the lots, parking lots, but there's nothing out in at least the half a mile or so that I walked on their path. There's no picnic bench, there's no benches at all. You know, stuff like that, it's added little bonuses. Plus, it gives you a chance to get an older crowd, or a, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. People that aren't in as good of shape. You know, they can get out and they say, well, I know I got to walk half a mile and then I can take a break. So they walk out, they sit on the bench, they continue on to the next one. You know, stage them out. That's where you're getting people from all walks, all fitness levels out where they can enjoy these trails. I think cutting them off like that is just, I don't know, just kind of rude. All right, let me get the map out and figure out if this bridge is up here, because I seem to recall there being one here, but let me look. Looking back westbound, this is the south side eastbound trail, towpath if you will. It actually continues on, but clearly it's not very well traveled. It was mowed once or twice this year, so that'll be another extension I can do at some point. Right now I'm going to cross the bridge and go back to the north side towpath. This one is from the Illinois Attorney General's office and the Illinois EPA. Built in 2003. And this is a high one too. So there we're looking westbound. Here we're looking back eastbound. Wonderful little egret right there. Alright, so walk across this bridge. When I have had clear shots of the I&M, this part is full of carp too. Seems like the I&M has become this perfect breeding ground for carp. Looking back eastbound and westbound, which is the direction I'm heading. Tell you what, one thing the I&M never does is disappoint for views. In so many areas you get these long green corridors. It just makes it totally worth it. Well now, that would be an interesting way to cross. So I'll also take back what I said about them not putting up picnic benches and benches. It kind of made an ass out of me, at least in this spot. But I didn't see a single one coming down their southern trail. So I'm going to go up here. Alright, lunchtime. I'm up here on a picnic bench. I'll kind of give you guys a quick view around. There's the lake over there. Some more picnic benches back behind me and all around me. You're plugged in and charging. So I'm going to make a cup of coffee and eat my lunch. There we go. Now I got the veil on. About another 2 minutes on the water, and then I'll have some coffee. Yeah, the wind's a little chilly coming over that quarry. Lake from the quarry. It's a pretty nice day though, still. It's just windy, damp, and chilly. Alright, lunch is done. Back on the trail. Oh yeah. Perfect day for a cup of coffee. Although now it's gotten warm because I'm moving again. I might have to stop and sled the veil. Sled the veil? Anyway, might have to stop and take my jacket off. How's that? Find a big rock or something, I'll stop. But yeah, turned out to be a pretty day. It started off all gray and gloomy. Now the clouds are out, or are fading out. Got a touch of blue coming up in the sky. I can sure change your mood a little bit, but hell, I was put in a foul mood when I got here. Park was not what I expected to be. Access to the I&M is all kind of effed up, but once you figure it out, it's good to go. They need to put up a sign that specifically relates to the I&M versus their silly, oh, it's not silly, but versus that park, you know. And the only other thing is that road's right down there. You can see the truck. That is actually the I&M towpath, but they turned it into a road. Anyway, we'll do some more walking and enjoy my coffee, blueberry cookies in a little bit. Alright, so I'm back in the van. I didn't put the camera back up on the mount, just got done, so felt like chilling out for a bit. Actually, I've turned the AC on. It got a little warm in the van. I don't know where my thermometer went. 84.3, which compared to outside at 54 degrees, it's like coming into a sweatshop. Anyway, that was a pretty good walk. Did I say the distance? 4.91, I think it was. But yeah, after being here for a while, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of bitching and moaning that's not going to make it into today's video. And that was just when I first got here, because they've created a monstrosity of trails. The ones that should go in a direction don't, but having walked them now, I can kind of get a picture for what they're planning and where they're going with it, but I'm still irritated about the south side towpath on the I&M, that it got completely blocked off because of this, for what all intents and purposes is an amusement park. I mean, there's rope climbs and swings and zip lines, and it's a lot of confidence type obstacles, which I'm all for. But the fact that it interfered with the history of the I&M kind of bugs me a little bit. By the same token, there's a lot of history to the quarries that you saw today on video. Everywhere there was a larger body of water. These quarries are pretty much where Lemont's stone came from to build every building in Lemont. So it's, you know, I know there's a balance point in history, but maybe it's just because I have a soft spot for the I&M, so the Illinois and Michigan Canal, because it's very reminiscent of the European canals, particularly the canals through Great Britain, through the UK. I'm sorry, somebody's gonna yell at me sooner or later for that. But yeah, it's very reminiscent of those canals, and again, it's always going to be a sweet spot for me. So, but having hiked around today, I can see what their intent is, so I'll try and be a little nicer next time. And somebody did ask me about that jacket. It's called the Veil, V-E-I-L. You can find it on Drop, so at drop.com when they have it in stock. It wasn't terribly expensive. It's only a few ounces, but it's handy as hell to have. It's a great windbreaker. Rain, it actually does okay too, just not heavy downpours. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna relax here a couple minutes. I'm kind of wishing I would have brought a cigar today. Been a good day for a cigar. Haven't had one in a while. But yeah, so I'm gonna chill out for a couple minutes and then head back to the house and edit the video for you guys. So that's it. I thought I was blocking the microphone there for a second. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Be good, be well, wear a mask if you have to, stay smart, be strong, stay mighty. We'll see you guys tomorrow.